Ah, little ones, I see you've come back for another story. Well, today's tale will take you high into the skies of Nairobi, Neo, where the hawks reign supreme. Have you ever noticed them? Perched on streetlights, circling above markets, and sometimes stealing nyama choma faster than you can say pass the salt. Hawks are everywhere, watching everything. But today even the hawks are in trouble. Their skies are in chaos. And the ones who will help? Maya, the cleverest young inventor in all of Nairobi, Neo, and Taji, whose kind heart sees what others miss. Together they'll face a villain named Smokeyy, dodge chaotic buses and motorbikes, and maybe even save Nairobi Neo's famous meat stalls along the way. The morning began as most do in Nairobi Neo, bright and buzzing with life. The roads were alive with layers of movement. Hover lanes carried sleek, solar-powered vehicles that glided like whispers, while ground-level streets bustled with eco-friendly electric buses and delivery pods that zoomed past silently. Pedestrians strolled along walkways lined with kinetic tiles that lit up with every step, their soft glow creating a colourful dance underfoot. But not everything was quiet. The buses, oh, the buses, were their usual noisy, vibrant selves. Their holographic graffiti flashed 3D Maasai warriors and roaring lions, the words Sky Jams 2099 bouncing to the rhythm of the music blasting from their windows. "Move, move, move!" a bus's driver shouted at an automated traffic assistant, waving his arm at the holographic figure trying to enforce order. The assistant calmly replied, "Sir, you are already at maximum speed allowed for this lane." Above all this chaos, the hawks soared, or at least they usually did. Today, something was wrong. Maya and Taji were sitting under a smart tree in Uhuru Park. Maya had her signal detector out, a small handheld device she had built herself. She was tinkering with its settings, adding new functions to help it locate even faint signals. Taji sat beside her, peeling an orange he'd bought at the market, his sharp eyes watching the hawks circling above. "They're acting weird," Taji said, his voice thoughtful. "Do you see that? They're flying in strange patterns like they're lost." Maya glanced up, adjusting her glasses. "Lost? Hawks don't get lost, Taji. They're like nature's GPS." But before she could finish, a large hawk swooped down and landed in front of them. Its feathers were fluffed up in irritation, and its sharp eyes darted between the two children. "You there," the hawk snapped. "You're the human with the gadgets, aren't you?" Maya blinked, startled but intrigued. Yes. And you are?" "I'm Pato, commander of the skies," the hawk said, puffing out its chest. "And we're in trouble. Something or someone is jamming our signals. We can't communicate. We can't coordinate. It's chaos up there." Taji leaned forward, his voice calm and reassuring. "That sounds serious. Don't worry, Pato. We'll help." Maya grinned, holding up her signal detector. "Let's find that jammer." Pato led Maya, Taji, and a small flock of hawks through the city, heading toward Kenyatta Market. The market was as lively as ever, with vendors calling out prices and digital signboards floating above the stalls. But today something was off. "Tomatoes, 5 credits each, bananas, 10,000 credits. One board displayed, glitching as a vendor frantically waved at it. "Who's paying a bus fare for bananas?" the vendor shouted. "Aye, Smokeyy is ruining my business." Nearby, a hawk swooped low over a meat stall, narrowly missing the vendor's head. "These hawks think they own the meat section," the man yelled, waving a holographic sign that read, "Discount 20% off." Maya chuckled. "Well, they kind of do." As they wove through the market, Maya's detector began to beep faster. She adjusted the settings and a small screen lit up. "The signal's coming from that skyscraper," she said, pointing to a towering building with mirrored windows reflecting the bustling market below. They climbed to the rooftop of the skyscraper, where the signal was strongest. There, they found a sleek device with blinking lights and a faint hum. Beside it stood Smokeyy, a tall man with slicked-back hair, sunglasses, and an annoyingly smug grin. He was sipping tea from a thermos, looking entirely too pleased with himself. "Ah," Smokeyy drawled, spotting them. "Visitors. Let me guess, you're here about the signals?" "You're jamming the Hawks," Maya said, stepping forward. "Why?" Smokeyy shrugged, taking another sip. "Because I can. The skies are full of information, and information is power. And power, my dear, belongs to those who take it." Taji's voice was calm but firm. "But you're hurting the Hawks. Don't you care?" Smokeyy chuckled, waving a hand dismissively. "Care? About birds? Please." Before Smokeyy could continue, Pato let out a sharp cry. The Hawks moved as one, diving and swooping around Smokeyy, their wings flapping furiously. "Aye!" Smokeyy yelped, spilling his tea. "Get these flying menaces away from me!" Maya grinned, rushing to the jammer. "Taji, cover me! I'll dismantle it!" Taji stepped forward, his voice steady. "Smokeyy, you don't have to do this. If you stop now, we won't report you to whoever handles sky crimes." "Sky crimes?" Smokeyy spluttered, dodging a hawk's talons. "That's not a thing." Meanwhile, Maya worked her magic. With a few precise moves, she disabled the jammer, and the device powered down with a soft whir. The hawks let out a triumphant cry as their signals returned. Pato swooped low, landing inches from Smokey's face. "Leave our skies," Pato growled, "and don't come back." Smokeyy stumbled backward, glaring at them. "You haven't seen the last of me," he shouted, before disappearing down the fire escape. Back at the rooftop, the hawks celebrated with loud, cheerful cries. Pato turned to Maya and Taji, his eyes warm with gratitude. "Thank you, young ones," he said. "You've proven that not all heroes need wings." Maya smirked. "Well, gadgets help." Taji laughed, looking out over the bustling city below. "And so does heart. And so, little ones, remember this. Even the skies of Nairobi Neo need heroes. And sometimes those heroes are as sharp-eyed as hawks, as clever as inventors, and as kind as a girl and a boy who always listens to their hearts."